So tonight, staff seek input and direction from the City Council regarding adjusting regulations to facilitate and enhance outdoor dining and outdoor retail throughout Palo Alto. Staff proposed to create the Summer Streets Permit Program, and that looks at 3 areas: sidewalk dining, street closures, and parklets, to help facilitate businesses being able to operate under the new shelter-in-place order. The Summer Street Permit allows for restaurants to place tables and chairs in closed portions of the public streets. And street closures, they are good because they can expand the outdoor area where tables and chairs can be placed, allowing restaurants to serve more patrons through dine-in service. Closed streets also provide an area where pedestrians can walk and maintain the social distancing that's recommended by the county. So staff have engaged in extensive outreach and communication with local business community, especially with retail and restaurants located in downtown and on Cal Ave. Many of the Cal Ave businesses express a desire to close the street continuously in order to really observe the impact of that closure on business activity. And the density and proximity of restaurants to each other really creates a high concentration of restaurants and businesses that would take advantage of this closure. And staff proposed closing University Avenue either for an evening, a weekday and weekend evening, or maybe for a whole weekend as a pilot to test the impact of closures. A limited pilot closure could provide the insight needed to understand if this type of closure is warranted, is effective, and kind of what the frequency, duration, and type of closure may be.
What was the big pushback on the closure of the university? I'd love to hear the concerns.
It's the circulation is one, access of deliveries, the various things that are necessary for the businesses themselves, and then the question of what does closure of university mean to the crossing streets.
On the subject of parklets, downtown restaurant owners, as I said, have expressed a desire to install parklets, and staff are proposing to establish a temporary parklet program.
For parklets, unless there's big issues that pop up, we should go full steam ahead as quickly as possible. There's a lot of people that want to have it, and I think making this happen quickly, like a day later, is awesome. I think the parklets, universally, I think should happen not just on Cal Ave University, but should happen throughout the city once we figure out what really works and doesn't work.
So when it comes to private parking lots, staff propose allowing up to 50% of the area of a private dedicated off-street parking lot to be used for retail or dining. So while indoor retail is permitted under the revised shelter-in-place, the space limitations for some shops especially can reduce the number of customers that might be able to enter. Staff propose allowing retailers to conduct sales activities on public sidewalks.
I think overall the residents have been very supportive of this, but we have heard from a few concerns about, are there going to be parking issues if things pick back up again? And so how has the outreach been? It seems like you guys did a lot of outreach to the businesses, but what about to the residents in the nearby neighborhoods?
It's fair to say at this point that has not happened, and so that is an issue.
And so our attention to our business community and to our residents through these actions can help to make sure that our business districts survive and thrive, even given the COVID-19 pandemic.